We hung out after school, did a bunch of experiments, talked about hair, and hung out. Thank you so much. Hung out a bit. I created a curriculum, which is what we're going to explore today. Curriculum is things you do each day, right? And reading and math. You finish assignments for each class, right? You read a book, you write stuff down, you're interacting. That's called a curriculum. So I created a really interesting curriculum that I wanted to reflect the girls who I'd be interacting with. So if you look around, we got girls with curly hair, we got girls with braids, we got girls with straight hair. But at the end of the day, you're all girls, and you're of all curls and colors, right? Look around. We're all girls of color right here, and we're representing. The purpose for Girls on the Block is so you can learn to appreciate who you are, and also do some tech, engineering, scientific experiments, some math, and artistic stuff along the way. How many of you right now think you want to be a scientist when you grow up? Look at that, 2 out of like 14. That's not a lot. And right now, it's kind of hard to figure out what type of job you want, right? But how many of you want to make money when you get older? Yeah, right? You want to have a lot of cool things. Who wants to have a really fast car when they get older? Who wants a nice house when they get older? Who wants to travel all over the world when they get older? Some people do, some people don't. All right, hands down. And that takes money, right? I can also guarantee that if you were interested or stayed interested in science, technology, engineering, art, or math, if you stay interested, because a lot of you are interested in science, right? Some of you told me that before. Some of you are more interested in computer stuff. Some of you are good at math. Stay interested. And this is just a reminder for the girls who've been here, and it's an introduction for the ones who haven't. In each session of Girls on the Block, we're going to connect with something that is an everyday item and something that you maybe don't have experience with. Today, for example, please make sure each one of you has your own packet.
I don't have a
Okay, hang tight. All right, so I have an extra packet in my hand, and I'll be able to give that to you, okay? You got it right? All right. So, in this packet today, we're going to learn about binary code. Chicken? No, not chicken.
Where's that? How you spell chicken?
Hold on. We're going to learn about binary code. How many of you have used a computer? Everybody should have their hands up. You've used a computer before, right? All right, hands down. How many of you, let's see, have ever written a note to your friend that was like in a secret message? Like only you two knew about it. All right. Can someone describe what their secret message? How did your friend decode that message? Go ahead, again. All right, you can go.
I don't know.
Well, put your hand out. All right, go ahead. Spelled it backwards. Yes. So your friend could decode that message because you two knew that that was the pattern you were using, right? And what was another way? Yes. An invisible ink, and actually there's a project I have for us to be able to write in invisible ink. She's already got it on her hand. All right, one more.
I have it on my hand too.
I'm not asking you, but thank you. Go ahead. One more.
It's the alphabet. So, like A would be 1 and B would be 2.
Okay, so you align the letters of our alphabet with a number. So how many numbers should there be?
24.
26. 26. You left out maybe Y and X, maybe. I don't know. All right, hands down. I know this is the point. You know that you can work with your friends to come up with your own secret messages and codes. Today, we'll learn a little bit more about binary code. Binary code is is how computers run. It's the messages they use. It is the system for the messages they use to show you a picture, to show you a video, to show you any article that you have to read or a book, okay? And here we have, if you follow along with your packet, I know, can you share while I read the directions, and I'll give you this for the activity. Is that okay? Can you follow along while I'm reading? And just listening. All right. Hey, girlfriend. Today, we're going to learn about binary code and guess what? How to write our names in binary code. So why is binary code a big deal? This is from a website called sciencefriday.com. They hooked it up for us and gave us an explanation of what exactly is binary code. Listen, in computers and other computerized devices, such as your phones. How many of you have a smartphone? Yes. Maybe even calculators. Who has a tablet at home? Yep. All right, hands down. Printers, coffee makers. Whose parents drink coffee? You put it in, you poo poo poo, out comes the water and the coffee, and then they're in a good mood, right? All right, and even guess what? Microwaves.
What?
So, in computers and all of those other devices, information is transmitted electronically, right? Who has ever texted someone on their cell phone, right? So, what you type in is using letters and numbers and emojis, right?
Yeah.
Happy face, heart, LOL, right? Little poop, right? And it's not chocolate ice cream, but it is a poop emoji. Like, oh man, I gotta go.
Just to give a sign.
I need y'all to get it together. You're gonna have to come back to a group later, though, right? Because all the supplies are in a group. Anyways, this information is transmitted electronically. For it to exist for a long period of time in our phones and without a power supply, it is stored in the device's hardware. So on your phone, there's all these chips. Like if we really took apart a cell phone or a calculator, get it together, or we took apart a microwave, you would find microchips. Hold on. That means that every piece of binary code in a computer is converted into a physical object, can be converted into a physical object or state. So, binary code is easy to convert from electronic information, and we're using zeros and ones. That's how computers read it. So it starts with our messages. We look at and we see A, B, C, D, emoji, but the phone or the device is actually reading it with zeros and ones only. Binary means two. Right, exactly. So it's using two different numbers as a code. So just like you wrote the words backward to your friend, Jamea wrote her words.
That's Jakaya.
Oh, Jakaya, I'm sorry. Why are you saying Jamea? You're just messing me up, I'm sorry. Jakaya, she writes her friends backwards, or we have, what's your name again? Asia, who writes it with the letter and the number it's associated with in the alphabet. Binary code is zeros and ones only. So, we're going to start with our first task. Step one, can someone read step one? You're supposed to be following along, looking around. Find step one, it's right in the middle of the page. I'm going to call on the person I want to read aloud, so put your hands down. I love that everybody's ready. I'm assuming everybody wants to read, okay? There are 5 different steps. If I tap you on the shoulder, say your name for me, and then I'll let you read the step one. I saw your hand up, say your name for me, and then read step one.
My name is Ariana, and the first step is write your first name in
Binary code.
binary code using numbers that match each letter of your name.
All right, so there's an example here. Can you say whose name is that that we're using as an example? Amy. We're using Amy. There's 3 letters in Amy's name. So if you're following along, Amy, and we'll show you, she has 3 different spaces, an A, M, and Y. Next to it, we found the binary code for each of those letters. All right? So who can tell me what the A number is for Amy? Go ahead, say your name, and then tell me the binary code.
My name is Jasmine and the binary...
Wait, say your name? I can't even hear you, girl.
My name is Jasmine and the binary code is 010000001.
Awesome. Can I have, let's see, I'm trying to get to know my new friends too. Can I have you say your name and tell me the M? What's the binary code for Amy's
My name
M?
is Stephanie and the M is 0100110.
Awesome. And the last but not least,
Can I go to the restroom?
yes, hurry back. We have the Y. And then I'll have you say your name and then read the binary code for Y.
My name is Arlette, and for the Y it's 010111001.
Okay. When you're just looking at these numbers, does it look like a letter? No. Again, this is that secret message that computers use in order to have us see the letters on the screen, okay? So the computer uses numbers and it reflects letters for us. So it just translates it, right? Anybody speak more than one language? Okay, right, look around. Some of us, yeah, we can speak Pig Latin, you can speak Spanish, you can speak Arabic, all right, hands down. You translate for your parents something from English to Spanish. And here we have translation from binary code to an alphabet, okay? And now it's your turn. Hopefully there's enough spaces for your names. If there's not, just make more, okay?
I have a pencil.
So if there's pencils at your table, I would like you at this time to write your name, your first name only, okay? And then, so let's read step 2. Excuse me, it says now it's your turn. Write your name, ladies. Just the letters. I just want you to write the letter on and leave space because we're going to put the numbers next to it. So each of the spaces represents a letter. If you want to skip ahead, then number 2, part of this is to look at our binary code and then match it up, okay? So once you write the letters of your name, match it up with the binary code, which is on the next pages. Go ahead and do that now.
Do they have to be capitalized?
They are all capital for this one. I made it really simple, and we're only using binary code for all capital letters, okay? There is a binary code that continues with lowercase, but I didn't want it to be too confusing. All right, so you could even use this. Who's the It's your first name.
Choose 2 colors from the
Each letter is on a line, okay?
One color we have the O and the other
It's,
one
yes.
the 1.
All capital for this situation.
Wait, Devin, what do I do?
Once you've written your name, not the beads yet, not the beads. I know you're ready. All right, thank you. Stay here. Hang tight. Hang tight. Next, you need to be writing the numbers. All right, let me help you out. Okay. Can you write your name here? Wait. Of your name.
Put J, A. Do I just like write my...
Once you have all of the letters of your name, look back at the pages for the binary code and match the numbers up. You do.
Write space, use these spaces so you can write numbers.
And let's look at it. Where's the M? So now, for your M, for the M, no, you just use this so you don't have to flip it. For the M, you're going to write these letters, these numbers here, okay? And you're going to put it on this line.
Put it down.
Right underneath the M. You see? Your M, put those numbers. For your A, put it there. Got it? Okay. We have 0, write it down. 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0,
It's mostly Hurley.
1. All right, now for the A, do the same thing. 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0.
I need your help.